As we grow older, one of the most significant things we need is support, emotional, physical, and even financial. When we're younger, family often plays the role of our primary support system, providing guidance, love, and help through life's challenges. However, as we reach our 60s and beyond, the dynamics of support begin to shift. Our children may be busy with their own families and careers, friends may move away or become less available, and health concerns may arise, making it even more essential to diversify the sources of support we rely on. This shift in support systems is especially important as we age. The process of aging brings about changes, both physical and emotional, that require us to rethink how we engage with the world. Our bodies may not be as resilient as they once were, and emotional challenges like loneliness or anxiety can become more prevalent. This is why it's essential to build support systems that go beyond the traditional family ties. In some cases, these newly found support pillars can be even more reliable, consistent, and stronger than family connections, especially when circumstances change. Today, we're going to explore 6 crucial pillars of support for seniors. Pillars that can provide us with the stability, comfort, and strength we need to lead fulfilling, independent lives as we age. These pillars will not only help us stay connected, healthy, and emotionally balanced, they can also serve as a safety net during difficult times, filling the gaps that family members sometimes cannot. Now we will get started. 1. Health and wellness support. When we reach our 60s and beyond, taking care of our physical health becomes more important than ever. Our bodies, while still resilient, often need a little more attention, and having the right support system in place can make all the difference. Maintaining physical health isn't just about preventing illness. It's about staying active, managing any chronic conditions, and enjoying a high quality of life. That's where a solid network of healthcare providers, fitness routines, and the right wellness habits come into play. For example, let's take George, a retired engineer living in Florida. In his early 60s, George faced some common age-related challenges: mild arthritis, lower energy levels, and a few extra pounds that made him feel less active. But instead of resigning himself to these issues, George sought out a team of medical professionals who helped him develop a personalized health plan. His doctors suggested he see a physical therapist who tailored exercises to strengthen his joints and improve his flexibility. A dietitian helped George manage his weight by focusing on heart-healthy foods, and a personal trainer worked with him to design a fitness routine that fit his lifestyle and abilities. George's support system extended beyond just medical professionals. He also joined a local walking group at his community center, where he made new friends who shared similar fitness goals. Together, they walked every morning before breakfast, which not only helped George maintain a healthy weight, but also kept his mood positive and energized. This social connection became just as important as the physical exercise itself, providing him with both physical and emotional wellness support. Through this strong network, George discovered how much better he felt by being proactive about his health. With a solid fitness routine, regular checkups, and emotional support from friends and healthcare providers, George was able to maintain an active and fulfilling lifestyle well into his 70s. His story shows that with the right support, taking charge of our health after 60 is entirely possible, and in fact can lead to a much more rewarding and independent life. By surrounding ourselves with the right resources, doctors, fitness trainers, and supportive friends, we too can enjoy the benefits of a healthy, balanced life at any age. 2. Social engagement and relationships. As we age, the importance of social connections becomes more apparent. Not only do friendships and social networks provide emotional support, but they also offer practical help when needed. Staying socially engaged can reduce feelings of isolation, enhance mental health, and even improve longevity. Having someone to talk to, share experiences with, or rely on during challenging times is crucial for seniors who may no longer have the same family support system they once did. Take Susan, for instance. A widow in her late 60s, Susan initially struggled with loneliness after her husband passed away. She found herself spending most of her days alone, which started to take a toll on her emotional well-being. However, instead of isolating herself further, Susan decided to join the local community center. The center hosted regular social activities from game nights to arts and crafts workshops, and she began to attend these events regularly. Through these activities, Susan met people her own age who shared her interests. Over time, she became good friends with Betty, who was also a widow and lived nearby. They started having weekly coffee dates and occasionally went on short outings together. Susan also became involved in the center's volunteer programs, helping organize charity events and supporting newcomers to the community. These social interactions became a vital part of Susan's life. Not only did they give her something to look forward to each day, but they also helped her combat feelings of loneliness and depression. The friendships she formed at the community center provided her with the emotional support she needed, and she found herself laughing more, staying active, and feeling more fulfilled. Susan's story shows us that social engagement can be a powerful pillar of support. It doesn't just help with emotional well-being, but also fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. Just like Susan, many seniors find strength and joy in connecting with others who understand their experiences and provide support when it's needed most. So if you feel isolated or disconnected, consider joining a local group or volunteering at a community center. You may just find that the friends you meet will become a source of both emotional and practical support, enriching your life in ways you might never have expected. 3. Financial stability and planning. One of the most important pillars for seniors is financial stability. As we age, managing finances and ensuring we have enough to live comfortably becomes increasingly important. The stress of worrying about money can take a toll on our health, relationships, and overall quality of life. That's why planning for retirement, budgeting effectively, and understanding how to manage our finances in the later years is crucial. For instance, let's look at Tom, a 68-year-old retiree from Texas. Tom spent much of his life focused on his career and family. But as he approached retirement, he realized he had never fully considered how he would manage his finances in the future. His pension wasn't enough to cover his expenses, and he didn't have the savings he'd hoped for. Feeling a bit overwhelmed, Tom decided to consult a financial advisor. His advisor helped him evaluate his current assets, set realistic savings goals, and create a plan for how to live comfortably during his retirement years. They discussed the importance of contributing to a retirement fund, and Tom started investing in a diversified portfolio to ensure he would have a steady income stream. They also reviewed his insurance policies, making sure he had proper health, life, and long-term care insurance to avoid unexpected medical costs. With the guidance of his financial advisor, Tom began to feel more secure. He now has a clear picture of his financial future and feels confident that he can maintain his independence, live comfortably, and not worry about money day to day. Tom's story highlights how financial planning can be a game changer for seniors, providing peace of mind and the ability to enjoy life without the constant stress of financial insecurity. If you haven't already, consider speaking with a financial advisor who can help you make informed decisions about your money. Whether it's saving for the future, planning for healthcare, or managing your current income, a solid financial plan can be one of the most reliable pillars of support in your post-60 life. Like Tom, you'll be able to take control of your finances and focus on what truly matters: living your best life. 4. Emotional and mental health support. As we grow older, taking care of our mental and emotional health becomes just as important as maintaining physical health. With life's changes, such as the loss of loved ones, retirement, or changes in living situations, it's common to experience feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or even depression. Having a solid support system for mental well-being is crucial. This support can come in many forms, including therapy, counseling, or even joining support groups where seniors can share their experiences and connect with others facing similar challenges. Take Helen, for example. Helen, in her early 70s, had always been an independent woman. After losing her husband several years ago, she found herself living alone and often felt overwhelmed by the silence and isolation that filled her home. While she kept busy with hobbies and volunteer work, the loneliness lingered. It wasn't until one of her friends encouraged her to join a therapy group for widows that Helen began to see a path forward. At first, Helen was hesitant. She wasn't sure how talking to strangers could help her, but she decided to give it a try. To her surprise, the group provided her with a safe space to express her grief, frustrations, and fears. The other members shared their personal stories, and Helen realized that she wasn't alone in her feelings. Over time, the group became a support network where they not only talked about their struggles, but also shared coping strategies. Helen learned how to manage her emotions more effectively, and she also developed new friendships that gave her a sense of connection. The therapy group provided Helen with more than just emotional support. It gave her the tools to manage her mental well-being. She learned how to deal with grief, navigate her feelings of loneliness, and find joy in small moments. This emotional support became a vital pillar in her life, helping her regain her sense of purpose and happiness. Helen's story is a testament to the power of emotional and mental health support. Whether it's joining a therapy group, talking to a counselor, or simply connecting with others who understand your struggles, taking steps to care for your mental health is essential. Just like Helen, we too can find strength in knowing that we're not alone and that there are people and resources out there to help us thrive emotionally in our later years. 5. Community and volunteering. Engaging in community service and volunteering is one of the most fulfilling ways to stay active and connected as we age. It not only helps us feel like we are making a difference in the lives of others, but also fosters a deep sense of purpose. Giving back to the community can provide emotional satisfaction, combat loneliness, and even boost our mental and physical health. Plus, it can connect us with others, creating a vibrant social network that enriches our lives. Take John, for example. John, a 74-year-old retiree, had been struggling with finding a sense of purpose after leaving his job. He was enjoying his free time, but began feeling disconnected from the world around him. That's when he decided to volunteer at a local homeless shelter. Initially, he thought he was simply giving back to those in need, but what he didn't expect was how much the experience would change his life. John found immense satisfaction in helping others, whether it was serving meals, organizing donation drives, or just offering a listening ear. He built strong connections with the other volunteers, many of whom were around his age, and he felt like part of a team again. The work he did gave him a sense of accomplishment that he hadn't experienced since his retirement. Not only did he feel good about helping others, but volunteering also helped him stay physically active, as he was often on his feet, lifting boxes and interacting with others. John's volunteering experience became a powerful pillar of support in his life. It gave him a sense of purpose, allowed him to meet new people, and kept him active, both physically and socially. It also provided him with opportunities for personal growth, teaching him new skills and deepening his connection to the community. Just like John, many seniors find that engaging in volunteer work gives their lives a new sense of direction and fulfillment. Whether it's helping at a local food bank, participating in environmental cleanup projects, or supporting community arts programs, volunteering can open up a world of new opportunities. It's not just about giving to others, it's about enriching your own life in the process. If you're feeling disconnected or looking for a new sense of purpose, consider finding a local volunteer opportunity. You may just discover a fulfilling new chapter in your life. 6. Technological support and accessibility. In today's world, technology plays an increasingly vital role in the lives of seniors, offering a range of tools that can improve both physical and mental well-being. Whether it's managing health, staying connected with loved ones, or simply making everyday tasks easier, technology has the power to provide an extra layer of support. As we age, embracing these technological advancements can help us maintain independence, improve quality of life, and stay engaged with the world around us. Take Margaret, for example. Margaret, a 71-year-old living in a suburban neighborhood, initially felt overwhelmed by the idea of using technology. She wasn't very familiar with smartphones or apps, and often relied on her children to help her with any tech-related tasks. However, after experiencing some health issues and realizing she needed a way to stay connected with her family without always relying on them for help, Margaret decided to give technology a try. With encouragement from her daughter, Margaret learned how to use a smartphone and download several helpful apps. One of her favorites became a health monitoring app, which allowed her to track her blood pressure, blood sugar levels, and medication schedules. The app would send reminders to her phone, ensuring she took her medications on time and attended her doctor's appointments. She also used a fitness app to follow along with gentle yoga routines, which helped her improve her flexibility and maintain an active lifestyle. But it wasn't just health-related apps that made a difference. Margaret also discovered video calling apps like Skype and Zoom, which allowed her to connect with her children and grandchildren, even though they lived far away. She would have weekly video calls with her son, who lived across the country, and monthly virtual dinners with her grandchildren, where they would all eat together and chat about their days. These regular video chats became an important way for Margaret to feel close to her family, even when they were miles apart. Margaret's story is a perfect example of how technology can enhance seniors' lives. It helped her monitor her health, stay active, and maintain strong relationships with her loved ones. Thanks to technology, Margaret not only regained a sense of control over her health, but also found new ways to connect and feel engaged. For seniors looking to improve their daily lives, embracing technology can open up a world of possibilities. From health tracking apps to virtual communication tools, there's a wealth of resources that can help us stay healthy, connected, and independent. So if you haven't already, consider learning about the latest technology designed for seniors. It might just be the support you need to enhance your life. As we've explored throughout these 6 essential pillars of support, it's clear that having a reliable network is vital for maintaining a fulfilling life after 60. Each pillar, from health and wellness support to the emotional connections we build, plays a key role in ensuring we not only survive but thrive in our later years. These pillars are not just about surviving old age. They are about living with purpose, joy, and independence. We've seen how a strong health and wellness network can keep us active, how social connections can lift our spirits, how financial planning gives us the peace of mind to enjoy our retirement, and how community engagement can bring a renewed sense of purpose. Emotional and mental health support helps us navigate the challenges of aging, and technology opens up new avenues for connection and self-care. Each of these pillars brings something essential to our lives, and together, they form a comprehensive support system that can often be more reliable than the traditional family network, especially as we face life's changing circumstances. Now more than ever, it's important for seniors to take charge of their own well-being and create a support system that works for them. We cannot always rely on family to be there in every moment, but we can build our own community of friends, professionals, and resources to lean on. By actively seeking out the pillars that work for us, we can ensure that our post-60 years are some of the most rewarding and fulfilling of our lives. Remember, you have the power to shape your future. Take control of your support system by embracing these 6 pillars. Whether it's making the decision to get fit, join a new social group, start planning for your financial future, or simply exploring new technology, the possibilities are endless. The strength of your support system is in your hands, and with the right mindset and resources, you can create a fulfilling life that goes far beyond what you might have imagined. Thank you for being with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you learned and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your feedback means a lot to us, so please feel free to share. Reading your comments truly motivates and inspires us. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to keep creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.